I'm a little bit late and a little bit early. Does that make any sense? I'm Kamala. If this is the first time watching, I'm from Creative Moms Decant. And today I'm going to show you how to make beads by using paper and Mod Podge. Really, that's all you need. Let's jump in and get started. And if you're here, say hi. Let's see if I can change my camera. Maybe, maybe not. No one ever really knows. Ah, I did it. That is super exciting stuff. All right. So the extras that I have here on my table that are important, I'm going to slide this out of the way for a second, is this egg carton. And you're going to need something to roll your beads onto. You could use a straw. You can use a toothpick. I recommend a toothpick for your finer tip beads. And then like if you want a kid to do this, and this would be a fun project to do with kids, you could use a straw even, but something a little bit bigger. I also have my paper quill. I'm going to grab one more out today. Those are going to help me get started. So if you have a paper quill, use it for this project. If not, I wouldn't go get one for this project. So let's start here with some of these scraps out of the way, really. So there's a couple different shapes you can make with these, but one of the popular ones is a triangle that's not with a 90-degree edge, okay? So I'm going to cut this 90-degree edge off here, and then we'll proceed. I've got to find a pencil that is sharpened, would be good. So if you're on, say hi. We are making paper beads today, just using scraps of paper and Mod Podge. So super, super easy project. So all I've done here is draw a triangle that does not have a, so if I would have used this triangle, it would have a 90-degree angle. So I drew one in here that does not. And then I'm going to cut this out. You could definitely use your cutting machine to cut this. In fact, if I was going to make a bunch of beads, I would totally be pulling out my Cricut, which, you know, pulling out in my office isn't very far, and cutting a bunch of them like that. Or if I was having a bunch of kids make them, which, you know, is right up my alley, I would pre-cut these. All right, so now that you have your triangle, and if you wanted some the same size, make yourself a template so that you get them the same size. I'm not going to worry about it. I am thinking these are going to be absolutely adorable on my chunky mirror hanger that I'm working on for my vehicle. So you just want to start something to roll it. So this is where the straw or the toothpick comes in. That's how I started it. If you have a quilling tool, you could start it with using it. And my eyes are like starting to be 40. And so seeing to get the paper in there is proving to be difficult. There we go. So the paper quilling tool would make a nice tight bead. And you need to make sure your paper rolls all the way down to the other side evenly. So, but that's a little trick to get the edge started if you're having trouble. And toothpick is what I recommend. So I'm going to grab, there it is. I was going to say, I thought I got one out. Toothpicks are great because you're going to leave it sit, and so it's not going to hurt anything. So even a piece of a straw would be awesome. All right, so then you just want to roll this up. And this is going to be a fun, chunky bead. So I'm rolling it completely up. And that's going to start your shape. So I took my toothpick out, and I'm going to kind of shape it how I want. And so that's the shape that I'm going for today. And now that I have my template, I'm going to grab a big brush and my Mod Podge. I am also going to grab myself a piece of butcher paper so that I don't have a big mess to clean up. Sorry about the noise. All right, I need my little toothpick. And I just use a paintbrush. So big paintbrush here. And you can use Podge, which I have out. This one is a satin finish, or Mod Podge. And this one I think was the one I wanted to use, and it's because it was gloss, and I wanted these to be glossy. So this is gloss. And I am just going to, I'm a messy crafter. So I am just going to weight down my little butcher paper here and dump a little bit out. And then we're just going to take our paintbrush and we're going to paint down this piece of paper. And you just have to do the inside, not the outside. We're going to make the outside pretty in a minute. So I'm just painting down my piece of paper all the way to the edge. And you could do it before. I just find it easier to get some shape to it before I Mod Podge it. So now we're going to add our toothpick here. And a trick to doing that is you can fold down this end. Your toothpick will come out really nice if you do this. So you can fold down your end. And sometimes I even trim it because then it's, more square on my very ends here. And then I'm going to stick my toothpick on that and it will come out really easy. All right, so if you're just joining, I'm Kamala from Creative Moms Decant, and today we are making beads by just using paper. So all we've done here is apply Mod Podge to a triangle that we cut out. And I'm just going to apply a little more as I roll here. And then I stuck a toothpick in and I'm rolling it really tight. And don't forget to say hi. Comments are super helpful to our channel, and I love to know who's here with me. So we're going to keep rolling. And I'm keeping it all lined up. And I have a little bit of Mod Podge squishing out. And I'm just going to, it's really hard to show it. There, you can see it. And I'm just going to keep rolling until I run out of that. And then I'm going to add Mod Podge. So if I run out, I haven't run out yet. Yep, my very end is going to. So I'm just going to grab my brush and sneak a little more Mod Podge in there. All right, so the egg carton. So when you get to the end, it can be a little squishy, and just roll it around the entire outside. That's the cool thing about Mod Podge, is it dries clear. So it's going to be perfect. So there is our roll, and the egg carton is so that I could set these and that helps them dry. This was a big bead. Usually they sit right and they're nice, but that nice big bead showed you exactly how to do it. And once these dry for maybe an hour or so, I might put one more coat of Mod Podge on them, and then I'm going to remove the toothpick, and that's where you will string your bead. And so a straw would be a great size for children's hands. And we would love to have you join our Creative Mom group and show us what you're doing in your craft room, or especially show your kids doing this project. We love it. Find us on Facebook or continue to watch us on YouTube. Either one is awesome. Thank you so much for joining today. Have a joyful day. Bye, friends.